That's right. It's time for your favorite show again. Rain City Jerks. You're tuned in. You're strapped in. You're in the right place. Rain City Jerks, baby, yeah. We get deep into it. We talk about that wild shit you want to hear about. You know what I'm saying? We dig deep into the soul of man. We ask the big questions. We get to the heart of it. What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to be sentient and conscious? Rain City Jerks. You like the way your fart smells? I do. I like the way my B.O. stinks. That's called self-love, baby. Get a whiff. Rain City Jerks, yeah. You know it's love when you stick your face in your partner's armpit and get a whiff and you get high. That's what I'm talking about, Rain City Jerks.
Alright, here we go. Welcome to Rain City Jerks special edition. We have returning guest Reece Green.
I'm Jay Marks today.
Yeah, filling in for your usual
Jay.
host,
Yeah.
Jay Marks.
You guys can call me Jay. That'd be cool.
Just regular Jay? Or?
What does he go by on this show?
He goes by Jay.
There we go.
All right, we'll call you Jay.
Yeah. Or you can call me regular Jay. That'd be fun. Hey, regular Jay. What
Big
do you think?
J?
Yeah, Big J. No, I can't do Big J.
Better Jay.
Better Jay.
Tall Jay.
Tall J. There we go.
Ooh,
Tall
that's
J.
brutal.
There we go. Jay's pretty. He's not short though.
He's
Right?
not a short king.
He's not short.
Yeah.
And then we also have Bernice Larson with us.
Hello.
I'm
That's
not gonna
me.
lie. When I was in the doorway and he was like, "Bernice is here," I thought it was the other
Oh, Bernice Yee.
Bernice.
Oh, yeah,
So I
the
walked in. I was
better-
like, "You're not an Asian woman."
You're better Jay. She's better Bernice.
Yeah, there we
go. She's a real
I don't know
comic.
her. That whoa. Okay.
Woo.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Playing
We're
around.
We're
playing around.
troubleshooting on the show
Yeah.
right now.
There we go.
That's
There we
good.
go. That sounds better.
There we
That
go.
sounds.
Yeah, that
What'd you
sounds
do?
nice.
Just move
kinda
some
loud.
things around.
Okay.
Move some switches.
There we
Yeah.
go.
That's what I do around here. I'm the technical guy. I
Nice.
just move switches around until it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's it going? We've been hanging out for a little bit. You were just telling a horrible story about a friend that got his finger lacerated.
Ripped.
to the
Yeah, he's
bone.
still got a scar. I think. I mean, there's no way he doesn't have a scar. There's like his bone. All the way
Bernice, do
down
you
to
have
his
any
bone.
notable scars?
I got chickenpox in 7th grade because I wasn't vaccinated.
Okay.
So I've got
That's
chickenpox.
late.
Which is the right move to not be.
That's
vaccinated.
late in the game for
Right.
chicken pox.
And I agree. It was a good thing that I wasn't
Yeah,
vaccinated.
still
so
not. Shout out.
yeah, still not.
What I've got what? You were in 7th grade?
I was in 7th grade, and then I was out for like a month with chickenpox. And everyone's like, "What? People
Yeah.
still get chickenpox?"
I think I got it in middle school too.
Oh fuck!
And then I think I got that, but it might have been 6th grade. But still, middle school. I
no,
was
but
like-
yeah, it's devastating.
Yeah.
It's the most
I
devastating
remember.
time in your
I remember I
life.
got it, and I was like, I didn't even know this was real. I thought this was like a made
No,
up
it's
thing.
like polio, right?
Yeah,
Or
I was
measles.
Like, what? I was like, why am I?
See, maybe
it's
I'm just
back.
of a different generation, but like I feel like I got chicken pox because my mom took me to a chicken pox party.
Oh no!
That was a thing.
Yeah, where like
Just to get everybody to
one
get
kid's
it.
got it, and you're just like round them up.
It's one of those things you can't get it again, right?
Well-
or you shouldn't.
well,
be
you
able
can
to?
get shingles if you
Right.
get it.
What is shingles?
I've had
Worse.
shingles.
You've had shingles?
Let me
Okay.
tell you about shingles.
All right.
So
thought it was like
chicken
a stress
so
thing.
chicken pox, right, gets in your system.
Yeah.
And then it mutates into shingles. If you've had chicken pox, you have the shingles virus already in you. Herpes zoster.
Okay.
It's a herpes.
It's a herpes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's just laying in your body like a sleeper cell terrorist agent right now.
Okay, great.
Waiting for you at your weakest moment.
Which it feels like all the time, so I should be able to get it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Usually healthy young people don't have it. That's why old people usually get it, because their immune
'Cause they're
systems
dying.
are
Yeah.
and it springs on you when you're at your weakest.
Great.
And then it can erupt anywhere on your body. Common
Is
areas.
it like a patch? Like what? Is you get itchy? Is that
Well,
what it is?
chickenpox was everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's
It's
what
kind
I-
of like clusters, and it can happen anywhere, but like I think the most common one is like, and I don't know why it's that way, but
easy fix.
I don't know why it's that way, but it clusters kind of like on your abdomen. Like for me, it went from like the middle of my stomach around my ribs to my back, and just kind of like clustered like that.
And then is it contagious? Because I know
it's contagious if you've never had chicken pox.
If you've never had chicken pox?
If you've never had chicken pox and you get like shingles pus on you, then it's like it could kill you.
What?
And that is why it's important that kids get chicken pox in the first place, is because as an adult it's
or the vaccine, right?
I don't know.
We're not doctors here.
Yeah.
No. Well, they don't know.
But like that was formerly why it was important for kids to get chicken pox, is because it would inoculate you against. It would be worse for you to get it.
Shingles.
Well, it gives you shingles, but it like if you get chicken pox as an adult, it can just straight up kill you.
So you went to a chicken pox party. You think you went to a chicken pox party
as a kid? Yeah.
So what did they do? They just dropped you guys all off?
Yeah.
Just you guys like hang out.
You just play.
And there was one host, like one kid who already had it. And they're like, "We're going to Brian's.
Yeah.
And you're going to sit in a room together
and play with the same toys and whatever.
Put all these toys in your mouth.
Yeah.
And
just everybody gets it, and you're just like, let's just deal with this now. You know what I mean? You just deal with it early.
I remember
that's so funny.
Reading that like chickenpox parties back in the day, like sometimes they'd have them, but then it's like, oops, Brian actually had measles, and now half the kids are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad that didn't happen to you.
It's
I'm
the
glad it
risk
wasn't
you take.
measles.
It's the risk you take.
Yeah.
But yeah,
some of those parents are probably like, I hope this is bad enough for my child dies. You know,
you think
this
so?
Could be an easy out.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
We thought we wanted kids,
like,
and we're a couple years in, and we don't want this one anymore.
Just this one though.
Just this one. The other one's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Measles, is that around still? There's no.
It is now, thanks to the.
It's back.
Thanks to Antivaxers.
Thanks to us, Antivaxers.
Right. Yeah. Well, we're doing a good job.
In Washington State, I think specifically, right? Aren't there?
Yeah. And you know what? When I went to the UW, I had to get my like vaccines checked, and I found out I was not vaccinated for measles.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about mumps and rubella?
I think those are all the same one, so I had to get that.
These are questions for my mom.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know anything about.
Well, I went to my mom, and
She's
I was like,
"Yeah, you're vax."
I was like, "Why was I not vaccinated for measles?" And she was like, "I don't know. I thought you were."
She's like, "It's fake. Why would I?"
Measles isn't real.
Is that what they call? Is that what people who go to UW call the UW? Is that what you guys call it? The university. It makes sense.
What do I call it? We call it the U-dumpster.
Let me just interrupt and have Reese. If you could just hold the microphone part. Like,
is it? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Are we okay?
No,
we're good. It just makes a lot of microphone noise that like you don't notice in the moment, but then like when you listen back, you're like, "What the fuck?"
Painful. You need those stands, those like arms.
I like that.
That's so much money.
I'm sure
it's not even. It's not even the money. It's
just
like
kidding. It's
one.
not that much money.
It's like one. I could set it up, but like clamping them to different places in the room would be a nightmare. Right. And then two, I just like holding a microphone. Like I enjoy.
No, it feels good.
Yeah, I like holding a mic.
When I practice stand up in my room, I like hold a hairbrush or something.
You practice stand up.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're hilarious.
How long have you been doing stand up?
You know, that's kind of a loaded question because I started in January of 2020.
How old are you?
What?
I'm 24.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay, you're older than I thought.
Yes, so I get that a lot. People think I'm like 12.
Yeah, that's so funny. I did not know you're 24.
No, I started January 2020 at this student club at the UW. And,
that you were the president of, right?
I did become the president.
You eventually overthrew it and took it over.
Yeah, I usurped the role of president. And I was just the president all through the pandemic. So I did a lot of Zoom stand-up.
Nice, so when it didn't count at all.
It did not count at all. It was so bad. It was so painful.
Zoom shows were fucking horrible.
So bad. Like I just did them because I needed to keep the club alive. Yeah. But it was just hell every time.
You're like, I know nobody wants to be here, but we have to be here.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
So I've been doing it for 2 years if you count any of that. Yeah. But if you don't, then it's more like
people ask me like it happens where they're like, how long have you been doing it? And I started 2019. So I was like, I'm like, there was a whole year where I just didn't do anything, but I'm just like, I just put it into I'm like 3 years.
I say 7.5 minus COVID, so like 5.5.
So
Nate Jackson was talking to him, and he was like, I told him, and he was like, just say a few. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm gonna start doing that. So that's my move.
I'm just gonna tell people it's my first mic every time.
That's
like, my first time.
Yeah, then you seem amazing,
and they'll be like, "Wow."
Or if you suck, you're like, "Yeah, it was my first time."
It's perfect. It's the perfect answer.
Were you there at Tacoma Comedy Club? It was some open mic that we were doing, and me, Shad Foster, like 4 of us were like, let's just all say, like, because someone went up who we didn't know and was like, it's my first time in the crowd.
Oh, you just all said it?
And then, and we were like, let's all do that tonight. So we all did. And then I went up and I was like, it's my first time. And they just went nuts. And I was like, that didn't feel good. Like, that felt really bad. And then I did
like you just manipulated, so you just stole $20 out of your grandmother's wallet.
I was like, man, I wish they didn't clap that hard when I was like, it's my first time up here, guys.
Yeah, that feels bad.
It was so fun.
Because then if they follow you on social media later, they're like, wait a minute.
Oh, I thought he'd be way
just
better.
be like, I'm a comedian. I was kidding.
It was a jest.
Bad joke.
Speaking of Tacoma Comedy Club and checking your Instagram, did anything come of you winning that? Did
you win something?
The roast battle. Yeah.
All right.
We'll just go from the beginning.
So we were on a roast show at Tacoma Comedy Club.
I'm very jealous.
Me, Jesse Warren, Reece, and Nick Dundas.
Oh.
It was fun. It was
a lot of
fun.
good comics.
Great show.
Yeah.
And there was people that like
it was amazing.
It's hit or miss. Well, I've only done 2, so I was like, it's hit or miss. But I only have one thing to reference.
Right.
And I did the Halloween roast.
Oh.
It was October 30th, which was I think Halloween was on a Sunday. And that Saturday, I did a bunch of shows that week, and we went hard. And we had like gone out the night before, and like Naren and Josh, I think, were at the thing the night
and they
before.
Go hard.
And so we were like partying with them, and then show up. It's a fucking 4:30 p.m. show.
Oof.
The Sunday after of Halloween, I think. And then, or the Saturday right before Halloween, and there is like nobody in the crowd. Like 2 rows, like it was, the energy's dead.
Yeah.
Like Jamal was on the show, and like I love Jamal, and I'm not even talking shit because we would talk shit to him. He didn't write one roast.
Oh yeah, no, that's
forgot
Jamal.
his jokes.
That's just straight up Jamal.
Because he was, but it was even more like he was like still high from the night before. Like he had like drank a edible drink, like a whole edible
those
drink.
will ruin
those
your
will
life.
stay in your body
And
for
he
like
fuck
a
you up.
year.
He was still high, and we were like, Jesus Christ, man. And then I won that one. I was like, that wasn't even really worth it. I was like, you get to do stand up. Yeah, that was fun.
Stage time is stage
But this
time.
one was not anything like this.
It was like packed out.
It was packed out.
Yeah.
And everybody was loving it.
Good crowd.
Jesse beat me by like a hair.
It was like it literally could have gone either way. They did a crowd vote.
Oh, crowd vote. Those are like fake.
Yeah. Well, they did a crowd vote, and Naren was hosting, and then he went like, "Who thought Jack should win? Who thought Jesse would win?" And then they had to do it again, and Naren was like, "Only vote for one of them. Like you're cheering for both of them.
Yeah.
You need to pick a winner."
So I wasn't even mad about losing because like it literally could have gone either way.
Because then Naren was like, "I got to pick one."
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Yeah, you just have to pick.
And then Reece and Nick went, and Reece won that one. So that means Reece and Jesse now roast each other.
Ooh.
And so we got into like Jesse's mindset. We knew that we could get him to take his shirt off. And so Reece drew on like Sharpie.
We brought Expo markers. So we go like backstage, or not back, wherever, like in the hallway. And I take out my shirt and we draw with an Expo marker like definite like abs, like defined abs. It was also so funny because there were some people that just were leaving.
Yeah.
Because Zach was doing like the intermission set or whatever, and there were some people that were leaving, so they came out and they were like, "Hey man, you're really funny," and then we were like, "Thanks," and then they were like, "The show is still going, like it's not done." He's like, "We gotta get out of here though."
And so we do that, and then he's roasting Jesse, and it's going good, and then I forget exactly how it went, but like you just started like goading him into taking his shirt off.
He did a roast where he was like, I said something about his shirt. Like I prefaced it a few times. I was like, Jesse's jacked. Like he didn't like, he was wearing just normal clothes, but I was like, I don't know if you guys know this. Like he's really in shape. Like looks good. Whatever.
Right.
So I had like kind of prefaced it a little bit. And then he does a roast where he's like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take my shirt off. But if Reece did, he's the only one with like a chest that goes in. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And then Jack from the back, like I have it on video. You can hear it. He goes, take it off. And then the crowd hears that. They're like, yeah, like they're just like, take it off. And then we're like, pressure. All right. And so Naren goes, all right, he's like, whatever, we're having a great show.
Yeah.
Also,
if you can get a crowd of people to yell at Jesse, he will do whatever they
He's
say.
A showman.
And it's easy to get crowds to like chant anything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And they were like, it was like a momentum thing. Like, it was like a snowball of like, Jack yelled it, and then it was like, now it's about to happen.
It has to happen now.
And so then Jesse was like, I was up there with him, and everyone's going nuts, and the crowd, and then he's like, are you gonna do it? Like he's like talking to me. I'm like, yeah, like you do it for me. He's like, and then he's like, no, you do. I was like, we'll do it at the same time. And so he's like, okay. And you can see on the video, he's like watching me as I'm taking it to make sure that I'm doing it, not just to get him to do it. And so then we both take it off, and then everybody sees that I have the the drawing on there, and it looks ridiculous, and they're just like, going fucking
So that's
crazy.
how you won.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I had already done my last roast, I think.
Yeah.
And it was a good one. And then he hadn't done his last one. So we do this whole thing where I basically I own him with this one. And then he still has to do his last one, which sucks. So he's like, fuck me. Like, I don't get to do it. And then
after the show, Reece, there's all these people, all these women that want a picture taken with Reece.
Wow.
And
congrats.
it was fucking crazy.
He pops his shirt off again. He's taking pictures of these groups of women.
Oh my God.
And then
it's a line of people.
And then we all get in there. And now there's a line of people.
You had a meet and greet. Your
it was
first meet
fucking
and
cool.
greet.
We were all standing up there what the fuck is going on?
There was seriously 15 people that got their pictures taken with us.
That's so fun.
Which is
you should have charged.
Which, by the way, if anyone's listening out there, they're like, that happens at comedy shows. It's like, no, that happens for headline shows.
Right.
Yeah, no.
That doesn't happen for a Sunday fucking 4:30 show.
This was wild.
Yeah.
That's
and then
so fun.
one woman came up to Reece and gave him a card.
A business card for her friend.
A business card for her friend. It was my friend. It was like a music tutor or something.
No, she's a musician. Because I have talked to her.
Oh, you have talked to her? Hell yeah. She's like a musician. And then she's like, my friend wants to make music with you, but not like...
Well, she's like she hands me this
Do
card.
you
She
do
goes,
music?
she's too scared to talk to you. So she already went outside. And I was like, okay, whatever. Hands me this business card with her friends. It has a photo of her. And then on the back, it's singer, musician, whatever, music stuff. And she's like, hit her up, but not for music or singing. Maybe you guys can make a different kind of music. And I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was just so thirsty.
all right.
Did you hit her up though?
I followed her on Instagram, and then she hit me up.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't want to text her.
You should shout her out. What's your handle?
Move.
I'm just kidding.
I
Don't
would.
do
I
that.
don't know. I don't. I talked to her a little bit, and then she's out of town. So I was like, all right, well.
And then there was that other girl. We don't need to shout her out either, but she just messaged you.
She came to another show. She came to my show. I was at the Crocodile on Thursday.
Okay.
She came to that. She's cool. She brought friends.
You hung out with her?
No, because they went to a show after, a concert after. And
Okay.
I was like, I'm not.
Do you think doing stand up gives you guys better luck with women?
1 million
yeah.
100
100 million %.
Yes.
Because okay.
I also am not I think people assume that about me. They're like, oh, Reece just goes out and I'm like, I don't ever try to go out.
Yeah, you're a tall,
and,
skinny guy.
I'm
We
I get it. We're in
get
right
it.
now.
We get it.
We've always been in. to be honest, but-
Reece doesn't have to try. Yeah, you're kidding.
But I'm saying I don't go out they're like, oh, Reece, I bet you love it. I'm like, no, I'm just not going to push it away though when it comes.
Yeah, sure.
But it was really
Congrats.
fun. Yeah. But Jack was like, does this always happen? Do women just... I was like, nah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Women don't go up and ask you for shirtless pics all the time.
No, well, I don't
In
really
comedy
take my
clubs.
shirt off. And there was a...
Maybe you should.
I can't be Bert
This can be your
Kreischer.
thing. You can be the skinny Bert.
No. Well, I gotta be... I gotta be that good, I guess.
Yeah.
To be the shirtless comic, you gotta be really good. You gotta have
Yeah.
people all on your side. If you're selling out arenas, you could probably take
That
your
would
shirt
feel
off,
so bad to take your shirt off to a lukewarm crowd.
Everyone's like, yeah, well, okay.
Everyone's
I
like,
didn't know that was coming.
okay.
Like
And
Bert
then
goes
you're
out, they're like,
just-
take it off. They're like, we want our money back if you don't take it off.
You're just cold for the rest of your set.
Yeah.
I think comedy just helps in general with talking to people in general because
It does.
at any
Yes.
point in time that
Yes.
you're like, I don't really want to have this conversation, you're just like, oh wait, but I can just go into act mode and
Yes. And before I was doing stand up, I loved doing presentations in school.
not surprising.
Yeah, because I've always been very quiet and kind of reserved person, but then when I could go up and be good at something, it was almost just like an icebreaker.
Were you
It's
funny
a
when you would
social
give
proof.
presentations?
I
would
always
you,
tried
try
very hard
add-
to be. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
And so then I was like, oh, I want to be a teacher. And then I started doing stand up and I'm like, no,
Yeah,
this
you
is
gotta
it.
wanna be a
This is
teacher.
all I wanted.
I remember I was good at presenting, and in college I did a presentation, and I just my job. I was with grad students, and they did the project, and they were like, "If you present, we'll do all the work." And I was
my
like,
God.
"You got it."
That's so
great.
nice.
And I go up and I kill it. I'm just throwing jokes in there, and the teacher comes up after. She's like, "Where is that?" Because I don't talk in class. She's like, "Where was that all?" She's like, "You would be a great sales, but you'd be great at sales." And then I went into sales. I was like, I want to die every second of every day. I don't want to
the
do
fucking worst.
Yeah.
I do a lot of work in marketing. And I want to pull my teeth out.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
most
it.
jobs, though. I feel like.
Yeah.
I like my job, except it just doesn't pay very much. If I made
That's how it goes.
slightly more money, I would love my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved, it's silly, but I loved being a barista. But I was like,
Were you a bikini barista?
no, I know that I should be, but I'd be too cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a common complaint. I've seen I don't like. I've
So the nipples stay hard. Though.
I've lamented my woes.
You get better tips.
Yeah, I've lamented my woes about bikini baristas on this podcast
have
before.
you?
I'm not a fan per se.
Why not?
I don't want to pay $15 for a coffee. That's really my.
Are they more expensive at
Oh,
those places?
Are
they?
Yeah, way more.
Way
like
more.
triple.
Like you're like literally paying $15
because
for
it's
a
sex
cup of
work.
coffee.
Like it's sex work adjacent.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm not anti-bikini barista. I just don't want to go there.
Expensive coffee.
I was watching there's a little documentary on YouTube about like Seattle's bikini baristas.
Yeah, well, I've been watching Bikini Barista TikTok.
Oh shit. Okay, that sounds good.
Barista.
No, but they have to put I think it's still not worth it because they make like probably triple what a regular barista makes, but they like literally get sexually harassed like every hour of every day.
I feel like if you're going into that though,
you know
what
happening.
like.
But can it be like that's got to wear you down? Right?
It does, because even being like I was a barista, and it's like you know what you're getting into with like customer service, and it's like it just does wear on you, and you're like,
right.
It does,
man. This sucks. So as a bikini barista, you're probably like, all right, I knew what I was getting into, but like
it still sucks.
People are trash.
It probably sucks differently, but also some like. Because you kind of I think a lot of them get regulars, and you kind of like the way strippers like
it's
form,
like parasocial.
Form a relationship with them to where like now it's just normal and they're not that creepy, but they're still creepy, but they're paying you.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'm sure you still get the crazy guys. But the difference between a bikini barista really and a strip club creepy person is that you don't have like an ex-con murderer bouncer. Like
no, you see, it seems so unsafe because a lot of them are opening at like 4 a.m.
And it's
in
just
these tiny little shacks in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, they seem very like unprotected.
But yet maybe they're
But they're doing it.
They're doing it.
So like, there's got to be some payoff, right? So maybe I'll try. If I'm looking for a job right now, if that doesn't work out, give me like 1 month.
There you go.
I'll be a bikini
It's almost
barista.
summertime.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Like a little warm in there, but
I won't.
They got all the
freeze to
alternative
death.
milks: oat, almond, breast.
Yeah.
Oat,
Do whatever you
almond,
want.
What I've
breast.
learned from Bikini Barista TikTok is that my thoughts were confirmed in that I was like, they must get the oddest requests, like spit in my cup.
Yeah, I used to joke.
Is it just inherently hornier if you're going there to get it? Like, are these guys all just?
I mean, that's
okay.
Yeah,
You're either horny, or I've also heard like a lot of times these stands are open before like 2 hours before regular cafes. So anyone who works like a graveyard shift goes to the bikini barista stands.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, but whenever my friends would come in, I would tell them like, if you tip me $5, I'll spit in your drink. As a joke. No one ever took me up on it. But,
They're like, okay, well, please don't.
But apparently,
like,
you
no,
could market that in also pee in a cup.
Pee?
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. Yeah, I used
That'd
to
be
like.
way like that would be like super inconvenient. Like to do.
You'd have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
What?
Or
No,
like
to
wear
spit,
a
you're just
dress.
like,
No, what are you
To
talking?
pee
You
in
do it
the-
right in front.
You wear.
You
well,
wanna-
they'd have to pay me so much for that.
Yeah, but that would be the point. Is that you would want to
like
watch
at
it.
least
Yeah, that's true.
$40.
Like if you're going to go in the back room, I'm like, no. I want to. I'm paying for the view. Like.
But yeah, that was the fun part of being a barista. People would, like my friends would come in and I'd write on their cup like, white mocha with extra piss and then call it out.
You're built.
Yeah.
You're built. You're built for it. Like
I'm ready.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'd make a killing. You look like you're 12. You make
right.
Like you would
so my
make a killing.
demographic would be extra creepy.
Right.
To be like, they're like, no, don't even put on makeup. Like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
You look like a little boy.
Yeah,
That's what they want.
Fart on my bagel.
Oh, that's so funny.
Fart on my lox bagel.
Were you in Seattle as a barista?
Yeah. I was actually in a hotel coffee shop, which kind of made it worse because hotel guests are really entitled.
Or just bad. Yeah.
Did anyone ever throw hot liquid at you? Or cold liquid?
That seems like a crime.
No paying
That's
customers.
a common thing. Like that's the thing. Like if like Karens or whatever, like if you fuck up, like I don't know what the circumstances are always, but like you can find videos of people just like getting to like a coffee and they did it wrong or something and
they
just like chuck it at
straight
you.
up assault people.
Yeah.
No, we never had anyone cause too much trouble. And honestly, the people who would do stuff like that are usually not like the paying customers.
I know for a fact that I would just go to jail that day. Like, there's no way if someone threw a hot coffee on me, there's no way I'm not going to beat them.
Oh my god!
I would beat her to death.
Yeah. I will hit.
I couldn't,
for sure.
so that's nice. No, I don't know how I stayed around so long because like the upper management there loved me, and I was like, This was my second job. Like, I make way more money as a freelancer, and I just did this for, like, free coffee and extra income. So I was such a bitch to everybody.
Nice.
But there's something about that
Again,
that, like...
Bikini Barista
but it was
built.
kind of endearing. Like, people kind of liked it. They're like, oh,
Right.
she's mean.
You sound like
Yeah.
I had coworkers when I was a barista, and, like, they were bitchy to customers. I was like, they were the most fun ones.
No,
to work
people
with.
love-
I was like,
yeah.
this is great. Like,
It was very surprising.
and you just talk shit about
Especially
every
in
customer.
Seattle, people are just so like, ooh.
They're like, I
Yeah.
like this one. She's just
Yeah.
straight to the point.
There are certain coffee shops that are like, you only go in there if you like being degraded.
Yeah.
Like Cafe Allegro in the U District. I don't know if you guys have been there.
No.
Which one? Where's that?
It's in the alley. It's the coffee shop in the alley.
Just some guy with
Is it
coffee
by-
just like
Is
Is it
berating
by like
people.
Magnuson Books?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And I remember I'd only been in there a couple times, but one time I went in there and I was like, oh, is that like a chocolate croissant? And the guy was like, I don't know, maybe. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
don't you work here? He's like, I don't know.
He's
Maybe.
like, I'm just here.
Yeah.
You're in an alley.
Bitch, do I look like I know what it is? You're like, yeah. You seem like the guy to
Good
ask.
point. Good point.
And I respected him more, you know?
Yeah.
It works.
I don't know. You're like, all right, well, I guess I'm
I'm like,
not
okay,
gonna
I
do it.
guess I'll eat it.
I guess I'll buy it to find out it's a good sales
And was
pitch.
it actually a chocolate croissant?
It was some sort of croissant, yeah.
Okay.
There was something in it. Who knows what it was?
Charcoal, actually.
Charcoal, it was-
Surprise.
It's like good for your teeth or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
digestion.
got
Is
like
it, the
charcoal
charcoal thing
toothpaste.
seemed like a big marketing.
It looks so
Cool.
nasty when
Yeah.
you see influencers like brushing with charcoal.
Have you ever used that Indian toothpaste?
Is this like the setup to a joke?
No, it's I
they
don't
don't use
exactly know what it is, but it's like charcoal and clove and
Ooh.
some other stuff.
I love clove.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And ground up into like a very fine paste, and then you just like get your toothbrush wet and you just kind of like dip it in there a little bit
Ooh,
and just get a little
nice.
powdery, and then you brush it and it just foams up black, and it's just like this
What?
like, but it's apparently supposed to be very good for your teeth because it's like naturally abrasive and the clove is like good for something.
Just
and-
like sort of rubs the enamel right off. For
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's cool.
When it comes to stuff like that, people could tell me anything. I'm like, all right, I don't have any information to deny this.
I'm
you know?
I'm not gonna do it, but it's like more
Yeah.
power to you.
I bought it once. I didn't
Yeah.
buy it again.
How was it?
It was fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds like it would make your mouth tingle or something.
Maybe a little bit.
I feel like you'd be like tasting charcoal for like the rest of the day.
No, not really.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little clove residue.
Little clove
but
residue.
it goes away pretty quickly.
It seems so counterintuitive to brush your teeth with like dark matter. Like it would just be in between your teeth all day.
Well, it comes
That was
out.
that was good.
It comes out.
Okay. Well,
Like when you spit it out.
Are you guys fluoride?
I just,
do you
like,
guys
swallow-
go fluoride
wait.
or no fluoride?
are you not supposed to swallow toothpaste?
I just as a snack.
Guys, hold on.
I used to legit think toothpaste was astronaut food. Because, like, in a cartoon, it looked like
Sure.
something. And so, literally, I got to, like, I don't know, 12 or 13, and I said it. And my dad's like, they don't eat toothpaste in space. I'm
They eat like
oh.
freeze dried.
No, they definitely do. They
Stuff.
definitely have toothpaste. Like they definitely have
You think they're
like
eating it as a snack?
they have like little.
Oh, like the little toothpaste mints. You
No,
chew
I
'em
mean
up?
not toothpaste, but like they definitely serve food and like.
Yeah, they do. But I
Yeah.
literally,
Oh, you thought it was?
I
toothpaste.
literally thought it was toothpaste.
I think they just have
Yeah, I was
those-
like, why are they eating toothpaste? And I didn't think it to the next step
Okay,
ever.
right.
And then someone was like,
It's-
what?
it's not
It's not
toothpaste.
fucking tooth. They have toothpaste, but they're not eating toothpaste. I was like,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Okay.
Makes a lot of sense now that I'm not a baby. You know? All right. There they are.
Awesome. Yeah,
Are you-
dead air.
Are you fluoride people?
Fluoride's good for you, right?
Yeah. Like fluoride in like
In
what,
the-
water?
Well,
Isn't that a thing?
I'm anti-fluoride in water, but I'm pro
What?
fluoride in toothpaste.
No, I definitely have that like prescription toothpaste because I
You
have
have
shitty
prescription
teeth.
toothpaste.
I'm into it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really have a stance, to be honest. I don't
Okay.
really have a
I
stance on it.
didn't prepare for this podcast. I didn't know I'd have to know about fluoride. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm always thinking about fluoride, but I'm pro fluoride in my toothpaste.
But not in your water.
Yeah,
I thought it was good in your water. Is that like government propaganda?
that is Nazi propaganda.
Okay.
Like not even
Nazi?
That's literally Nazi propaganda.
Oh, no.
It's in what fluoride is a byproduct of aluminum manufacturing, and they didn't know what to do with it for a long time, and
Dump it in the water.
they started dumping it in the water.
It's efficient.
And it does help protect your teeth, but you're not supposed to ingest it. That's why you don't swallow toothpaste.
Oh.
And so you're not
shit,
supposed to
okay.
ingest it. But
So
when
I've
you,
been getting like double the fluoride.
Yeah. And so when you do ingest it, what happens is that fluoride is like a salt, basically, like lithium is a salt and that kind of thing. It has a mood adjusting quality to it, and it makes people more docile. And so the Nazis were putting fluoride in the drinking water in concentration camps to keep people.
This sounds like a conspiracy theory.
I mean, it's real, but
okay.
Yeah, it does sound like it. But they were putting fluoride in the drinking water in concentration camps to keep the populace like subdued and more docile. And now it's put into our water under the guise of it's good for your teeth. But if fluoride's in your toothpaste, you don't need to drink it.
I don't feel like we're a very subdued population.
We're very subdued.
I guess.
We're very, like.
I would like to be more subdued, if I'm being honest.
I was thinking about this yesterday. I was walking around Cap Hill, and there was like a big like pro-abortion march.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They were everywhere,
and it's always the same thing of just like.
Can I say something kind of controversial?
Yeah.
So there was a bit. I get it. I'm pro all that stuff, but I was like, where like. Who are they protesting to here in Seattle?
I have those thoughts too.
That's what this does.
I'm like
nothing.
Yeah, I'm like
this
we're gonna be.
It's like we're
not
good.
we, but like the state of Washington.
Right.
Is gonna
I mean,
be,
I get it because it's important to be like we're still here and we're gonna be mad if we do anything.
Like,
but like I've been to stuff like that before, where you go to like protests on college campuses, where it's like everyone here's very left leaning.
Yeah.
It's like the same people that hang Ukrainian flags over the highway, and you're like, what is this doing? Like,
what am I supposed to do?
What like?
It feels good. It makes people feel good.
But. So I've seen all these people with their signs, getting ready, marching around, being angry about it, and I was like, no one takes this seriously.
I mean,
no one cares. Like they're gonna be like, a bunch of girls with green hair in Seattle are pissed.
Very pro-abortion here.
Like,
although we would get anti-choice protesters on campus all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
see that's a move.
Nobody.
Right
yeah, that takes bravery.
I don't agree with it, but
nobody is gonna take these protests seriously until like you start murdering people.
Well,
until you like mail Susan Collins, the senator from Maine, like a bomb in the mail that's just
okay.
like,
Back up. Hold on.
I'm finishing.
We are
my
not
coffee.
endorsing that.
I'm endorsing it.
Okay, this isn't my podcast.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah, I endorse mailing Susan Collins a letter bomb.
I'm finishing my coffee. I can get you a finger by 3 p.m.
Ooh.
Is that what he says in the Big Lebowski? A finger or toe or something? When he's
a pinky.
Pinky?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. I forget the line. And then he sends off okay. You know what? Never mind.
Okay. So
okay, murder.
Is that what we're doing after this? Making some mail bombs?
Okay.
But when you say that like most
like
protests
DIY.
are fairly toothless and that no one's going to take the and this is what I mean by subdued, and this is how we're subdued, is like we're content to just like march around with signs and sticks and be like, I'm mad, but then like it goes anywhere. It doesn't turn into anything.
It does go places, but it's very incremental.
Shit,
not to give you like the lib cuck answer.
The
it's
shit
just, like,
in
change
2020
happens
was crazy. Like
and that did affect
that
things.
was nuts.
Yeah, now we don't have any police.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Which is great because
here.
my tabs are expired. So
I don't have license plates on my car. I have license plates, but I don't have license plates on my car. And now I can drive through the tunnel system and not have to pay for anything.
Smart.
That's nice. And that's
Big
why
wreck.
we say ACAB, so we never have to renew our tabs.
Yes.
Right, boys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm big ACAB, but C.H.O.P was different, but Chaz was different. I was there a lot, but like
that shit was so funny. I had
it still didn't affect
all my family
all
and
that
friends
much.
are from the East
Oh
Coast.
my God.
And they were like, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
What is happening out there?" They're
every-
like, "Is the city being taken over?"
No, every family member I talked to was like, "Is your apartment building just like on fire?"
Where
and
are
I'm
you
like,
originally
"No."
from?
I was actually born here, but my family moved a lot, so I spent most of my youth in Minnesota and Texas.
Okay,
And
those
then
are
I
very
moved
different
back
places.
here. Yes, and now my family lives in Utah,
Oh.
but I never lived there.
I would have guessed Utah from the jump.
Yeah, that's a very educated guess, but I've actually never lived there, but
Okay.
I do visit a lot.
I guess if you mix Minnesota and Texas together,
you get
you
Utah.
get Utah.
You get just like polygamy.
Yeah.
That's the middle ground.
with
yeah.
some more mountains. It's beautiful.
It is
state.
beautiful in Utah.
I've never
Very
been.
beautiful state.
Yeah.
It's-
Gorgeous.
It
yeah.
feels like a prison a little bit, but it's beautiful.
So like an unbelievable. Like I know Minnesota is whatever, but so many white people in Utah. Like
well, it's like
an unbelievable
60% Mormon.
it's crazy.
Which is like it's crazy to have like a religious majority from such a minority.
What do they
religion.
call the
Latter-day
the
Saints.
temples?
The LDS?
The temple, like, is that what they like in Salt Lake City? They have the big. Is that what they call? Is that what it's called? The temple.
We have temples everywhere.
But they have like the main one, the huge one. It's.
I mean, they
fucking
have a
crazy.
big one.
Whatever
but-
the main one is for. Salt Lake
just
City.
like the Salt Lake City Temple.
It's so big and it's very terrifying.
Oh, the Tabernacle?
Maybe. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know. There's a lot of like Mormon history there because
So
they like
big.
colonized that area.
But they were all worried about your apartment during the
Yeah,
Chaz
I mean, I
days?
come from a very like conservative family background on both sides. So yeah, I would go to like family reunions and they'd be like, "Are you okay? Do you need to come stay with us?" And I'm like, "No, I just go to, I'm going to Trader Joe's every day."
Ship you a gun?
I'd take a gun. Yeah. I feel like
Have you shot a gun?
I've never shot a gun. I held a gun once
Okay.
and I feel very powerful and strong.
What was that
Yeah.
situation?
Was it a cap gun?
I was in no, it was a real life gun.
Okay.
It was in what are those stores? Like a Cabela's in Texas? Have you guys ever been to those
yeah.
giant
Like
like
a
hunting
Bass Pro
stores?
Shops
Yeah.
type?
I've never been to one in Texas, but I can imagine.
They have one in Texas that's like just this huge, just like warehouse of guns and everything else you need for the apocalypse.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have a full shooting range there.
They probably do. It's weird though because there's just
Texas, at
guns,
least. Yeah.
like old rifles,
Guns
just
on
on the
guns on
shelf,
guns.
and you can
Yeah.
just pick them up. So that was my first and last time holding a gun, and I'm ready to do it again.
Got to go to a shooting range.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Australia and this younger kid that was like in the baseball organization or whatever was asking me about like Walmart. He's like, so you can buy groceries and also buy a gun in the same store. I was like, 100%.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful
And he
thing.
just could not wrap his head around it. He's like, that's crazy.
Well,
That's-
because why would you need that?
Yeah.
But at least you have the opportunity.
it's
You
not
have the
about
option.
needs, It's like get some cold cuts and you're like, I could use a rifle.
Could use a rifle to not
Someone's
hunt.
gonna intrude, try to
the
steal my
meat.
cold cuts, so I got to be prepared.
I feel like people who this is controversial. People who have guns to like defend their property, like the most valuable thing they own is the gun.
That's probably
Like
true.
they're not usually wealthy.
Yeah,
people.
Good
It's sort of like the idea of like a wallet chain. No one with actual money has
Has
a wallet chain.
yeah, it's the same thing.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. You should write that one down.
I've tried to do that one before, and I don't know if it really hits.
I
But
don't think wallet chains are really around anymore.
He's like, it wasn't
Yeah.
hitting, so you pulled it out on you guys. I'm
You should-
using it on
I
YouTube.
still think about it. Yeah, there's
It
like
w-
nobody with a wallet chain has much
has
to steal.
money.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it if you have a wallet chain, like in sight while you perform it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be Big J Okerson.
Yeah.
It could be you.
He owns the wallet chain
Yeah.
look.
Okay.
Fingerless gloves.
Fingerless
and,
gloves.
and wallet chain.
I wore fingerless gloves like all through middle school.
Oh, sure.
Thought it was really cool.
But
Yeah,
imagine
yeah,
being
yeah.
a 38-year-old man. and
Even
doing it.
cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does rock.
I
it,
hope
though.
he's older than that, but
Is
yeah.
he? I don't know.
I hope so
yeah.
because I'm almost 38, and I don't know. I hope he's older than that.
I feel like they're all. I don't know that because like Joe List is like in that
Yeah.
crew, and he just turned 40. I'm
Right.
like, oh boy.
Yeah. Really
Let's see.
puts into perspective where I'm not at.
That's a fun thing to think about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look up how old he is.
but he also
Make you feel
like he also they all started earlier.
Wait,
That's
how old
why-
are you, Reece?
26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know a lot of the
44.
Okay.
That's okay. 44.
I feel a little bit
He's like
better.
a guy who looks like he could be in just a range of age.
Joe List.
No. Big J.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
someone could be like, he's 35. I'd be like, okay.
yeah.
I'm also terrible with age, so
Yeah. I don't know.
cool.
Sick.
Yeah. Wait. So what's up? What's your comedy thing? Like
What's my thing?
now that you're not doing Zoom shows, like, or what are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, well I actually graduated in December, so I'm not doing
Oh, so you had to hand
the
off the
club anymore. Yeah,
reins.
and it was a huge relief to hand it off.
Yeah.
I thought I wouldn't be ready, but it was like so much work, and it was at the point where like most of the club were like freshmen I didn't know that well
Yeah.
anymore, and all my friends from it had like graduated.
I
So.
mean, that's just the comedy world in general.
Yeah.
It's just new babies coming in all
Yeah.
the time.
And then some of them stick around.
Yeah, I actually haven't been doing comedy very much lately. I'm gonna do Bobby Higley's Safe Word show
Oh, that's
next
a lot
month.
of fun.
Yeah,
That's a lot of fun.
Cool.
June 3rd. Come on out.
I might go to that one.
Yeah.
What day is that? A Friday?
I think it's a Friday.
Oh, I think I'm in Oregon that day. Otherwise, I would be.
I'm super nervous because
Yeah.
I've never done anything like improv adjacent.
Yeah, I'm in Oregon.
So, yeah.
That'll be a fun one though.
It's fun
Because it's like improv. That
Have you done it?
No, I haven't done
Okay.
it.
I went to see it this month and
yeah,
it was
he makes
really
you go.
funny.
He makes you go watch it first.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah, because I mean, it's pretty niche. It's pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
specific.
you want the comics to know what they're getting into.
But the improv thing for that is like you have stuff to go off of
Yeah.
because of what he's
'Cause
doing.
crazy
Yeah.
shit's
yeah.
happening.
It's
Yeah.
not like you just have
You
to
just
go up and
gotta-
be like, so how long you guys been together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta trust in your riff ability.
Yeah, because I mean, it'll be the odds will be in my favor because I'll be up there having something done to me. So
has he given you any indication of what will be done to you?
No.
Don't you get to choose?
I think he.
No?
I mean, unless you just hate what he's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you done it?
I did it. Yeah.
Oh, how was it for you?
I loved it. I did great.
It sounds fun.
What was your safe word?
What was done to you?
Or kink or whatever they do.
Yeah. He put a neoprene dog mask on me, and then a collar and a leash, and like walked me around a little bit, and then made me bark, and then like I ate like.
Do you have to try to tell jokes while you're doing this?
Yeah,
I had to.
Sorta.
I had to eat Cocoa Puffs out of a dog bowl.
That's the only thing is I don't want to eat anything.
That's awesome.
Why not?
I don't know. Food's weird for me. Also, I have Invisalign.
I'm sure you could tell
sexy.
him that. He'd be like, okay, we can
Yeah.
figure it out.
No, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than
He's
that,
like,
I'm,
you're not on the show anymore.
like, if you're not eating dog food out of this bowl, you're off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gluten free, but I sacrificed for the show. I ate a little bit of it. I'm put on more of a good show than you know.
It's an
You
entertainer.
weren't like, are these Cocoa Puffs gluten free? That would have been funny.
I
honestly.
was.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like I don't know, you're just like talking to people in the audience and stuff. But then,
It's a
like,
really supportive room.
I did the
Yeah.
rest of my set with the dog mask on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
that's fun. I'm excited. You get a long spot. It's like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a great show. Bobby does.
Is it a whole, like, you do 15, 20, and then you come back and do another one? Or like,
No.
is
You
it
do like
during
you do like 5, I think like 5 to 7 up front, and then like
And then, okay.
and then like when everybody like goes through their like this is who I am set kind of, then they come out with like the kinks, and then like
Nice.
And
yeah,
then you get to like finish up.
yeah,
Fun.
finish your set with whatever.
Yeah.
Finish on the
The theme is 7 Deadly Sins, which is fun. That'll be a cool one.
What
for
are the
me.
7 deadly sins?
Ooh, do you know them? Can we name
no
them?
idea.
I think I know
Lust?
most of them.
Is that one?
Lust, gluttony, sloth,
Okay.
greed,
What's the weird one? There's
envy,
envy.
Nailing it right now.
rage. Is rage one?
I think rage is one.
And then there's one more. I don't know.
Well, that's 5. Well, you got 5. Oh, you got another?
I got 6.
Okay. What's the weird? There's one weird one, right?
I think they're all kind of weird.
They're all.
But there's
super
one that
weird.
like stuck out to me where I was like, I don't even know what that is.
Was it
And it-
envy?
No.
Sloth,
Sloth?
gluttony.
Sloth.
I don't know.
Is that one?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like
that
laziness.
one. That was the one where I was like, I
Yeah.
don't even. I was like, this is that
like
one stuck out to me. I was
Super
like,
lazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like at least 5 to 7 of the 7 deadly sins.
I'm just
so.
trying to remember 7, the movie, right
Seven.
now.
I never saw that. I
You've
know
never,
there was
you've
like,
never seen the movie 7?
no. I feel like I'm not that like cultured when it comes to media. I don't watch a lot of movies.
You should see the movie 7.
Okay.
It's
Is it got the 7 deadly sins?
It's about a serial killer exacting the 7 deadly sins on people, and Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman are 2 detectives.
Okay, that
have,
does sound fun.
that have to figure it out.
So you got greed.
And the killer is played by that gay weirdo. He was on the show, that HBO show.
Bro, I don't even want to guess.
the gay weirdo.
He was like the gay guy who came out of like sexually harassing people. Then he was like, "But I'm gay."
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Yeah.
Big Kevin Spacey fan.
Yeah. So it's got
Great
Brad
actor.
Pitt, Kevin Spacey, and Morgan Freeman.
that
in it.
is
It's a classic.
quite the trinity, the holy trinity.
So you guys got greed,
Yep.
envy, lust, gluttony, sloth, wrath,
Wrath, not rage.
yeah.
and then pride.
Oh, pride is what I
Pride is the
forgot.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of movies, did you see the new Nic Cage film? You're a big Nic Cage
Oh
guy.
yeah.
I did. Yeah.
It looks great.
He always looks great.
He does always look
Yeah.
great.
This movie, just in general.
I was
looks
just talking
fun.
to Bo Johnson about this because he really loved it. I saw it in theater. To be honest, I don't remember a lot about it. In trying to talk with Bo about it,
Were you fucked up when you watched it?
I was probably high, but
Okay.
like, yeah. But like, I don't really remember it beyond like broad plot points. But I didn't really like it. I thought it wasn't his best work.
It's not your style of movie, or
So-
is it him? Like, did he it wasn't his, but like you didn't like him in it?
I don't know. It felt weird. It just
Okay.
like didn't really resonate with me. There's parts of it that were cool. Like he was doing these like weird flashbacks, or like a younger version of himself would like start talking to him and be like, "No, you got to do," you know what I mean? Like, and that was cool. I think I need to see it again because like I kind of remember.
I'm gonna
like,
go see it in
broad,
theaters, I think.
broad,
I don't watch movies. so-
broad plot points, but I don't remember a lot of specifics. But I remember leaving and being like, I didn't really like that.
Yeah.
Do you like Nic Cage like authentically? Or is it
no,
kind of like
it's
an
not-
ironic
No,
thing?
it's not ironic at all.
It's genuine.
I love him. Yeah.
I
think-
feel similar.
I think I came on his podcast before, and I said the same thing. I was like, but like, really? You like him? He's like, he's great. And then I went like, I was like, oh yeah, he has like he's like, it's either, I don't think there's a mid ground for people. They're either like, I think he's terrible, or they're like, he's the fucking greatest.
There's something about him.
I do have way more respect for him now. I was like, oh, he's legit.
There's like I think why a lot of people don't like him is because it butts up against there's like essentially two schools of thought when it comes to acting, and there's like the British version and then kind of like the American version, and I think that we like the British version a little bit more, which is like Daniel Day-Lewis is the ideal British actor because like they're Daniel Day-Lewis, but they embody this other character so much that they become this other person.
I see.
Where in America, we want Nic Cage to be Nic Cage in this movie.
He's always Nic Cage.
He's always Nic Cage.
Yeah,
Brad Pitt is always pretty much Brad Pitt.
No, that makes sense.
He's not really, he's like a different guy, but you're like, that's Brad Pitt.
I watched Face Off recently with Nic Cage, and it was so good. And it was that thing where we were going to watch it ironically, but then I was like, I'm sucked in. I love this movie.
The Face Off.
Isn't that with John Travolta?
It's John Travolta. John Travolta creeps me out so much.
Yeah. He should.
He's so creepy.
He owns a 747.
They're like not great movies, but they're great, and just like, wow, this is so weird.
But
this is such weird.
Most movies aren't great.
It is great if I'm like sucked in and I think about it years afterwards.
And it's a cultural touchstone.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like people have this idea that for media to be good, it has to be like, as close to reality as possible. Or something.
Right.
Like people really respect like photorealistic painting, as like the epitome of skill. But it's like art should be,
Or with like wiggly. Movies or some music or something where they're like, to be considered great right now, they're like, it's not like making a point about anything. And I'm like, I don't want it to make a point.
I'm tired of points.
At all. I'm just
tired of points.
Yeah.
No points.
No points, please.
I remember I watched Face Off for the first time on my dad was a high school baseball coach, and I would just go on.
Was he ever your coach?
Never my coach.
Okay.
Not once. Once I got to that level where he could have been my coach, he was like, I'm done, coach. I don't want to coach anymore. He's like, I'm just going to sit back and watch, which was a cool move. But I remember we were they went to they had a charter bus because it was a long road trip or whatever. And they had the tiny TVs on there.
Yeah.
So they would bring DVDs and they were like, we're going to watch Face Off. And then I was like 5 or 6. I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's kind of a raunchy movie for a 5-year-old.
I didn't understand it. But I was just like, what is it?
It was like
the
really
scene
raunchy.
where they would actually switch. I was like, huh?
And like what a novel concept for a movie, right?
It was a good concept.
Like who came up with that idea of like, you know what? Like these two guys get their faces
Because there were
switched.
like as severe of consequences as could possibly happen in that scenario happened. Like it was so tense. I don't know.
Freaky Friday.
I liked it a lot.
Really good.
Yeah.
The National Treasure movies, fantastic.
I haven't seen those in
Where are
forever.
they? I would think I was young and I liked them, but I like haven't gone back.
Yeah, I was like a baby.
Yeah.
They were great. An underrated Nic Cage classic, in my opinion, The Weatherman. That movie is amazing.
I haven't seen it.
Is that the B one?
What?
The B one where he's got B. Okay.
No. That's The Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand why I got those mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicker Man, also great. That's more insane Nic Cage, but The Weatherman.
I like insane Nic Cage.
Yeah, have you seen Mandy?
I haven't seen enough of Nic Cage, I don't think.
You gotta watch Mandy.
Yeah. This is how all conversations with people go, because I don't watch a lot of movies. They're like, have you seen this? I'm like, no.
This is nice
They're
to
like,
meet
you
someone
need to
else.
watch this. And I'm like, I'm not gonna.
They're like, what about this other thing? I'm like
no.
Really? You could go through a really long list and I have not
And
seen.
like, we can do this as long as you want to. Yeah. Like, I'm here, but is this the best use of our time?
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shit all over
you're fine.
Podcast.
Do you not consume media generally, or?
I think I fall into the Zoomer category where I consume a lot of YouTube
like
and a
short
lot
form,
of Twitch. Yeah, and a lot of like TV shows. Sort of.
Yeah.
I remember you had the last time you had so many recs for movies. You're like, here's
well, I'm going to come to you for recs because I want to watch more movies.
And I haven't watched one movie at all.
I mean, to be honest, it's like I enjoy going to the movie theater because
it's cool.
I'm too broke for that shit.
Because like it forces you to be in the moment and like watching it. It's hard.
It's cool to watch it on a huge fucking.
But it's like hard for me to watch a movie at home and just like sit here and just like.
Well, that's the thing is it's hard to be like, I'm ready to sit here for 2.5 hours, but then I will watch 2.5 hours of 10-minute videos.
Right. Yeah.
So
right. Exactly.
It's stupid.
Yeah. I struggle with the same thing. And that's why I like going to the theater because like it's a thing.
And it makes you kind of respect it more. You know, you're like going through the ritual of movie watching.
I don't know the date it's released, but Nic Cage has another movie that I'm super excited coming out. He's playing Dracula.
I keep seeing you post about that on Instagram.
It's got to be later this year, right?
It's got to. Hopefully, it comes out in like October.
It has.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't,
there's no release date yet.
There probably is.
Yeah.
I just have. I don't like to look these things up.
I'm the tech producer here.
I just know that
you want to be like surprised.
I know it's coming. I'm tuned in enough to like when it gets here, I'll know.
Well, you're like Goths doing things. Paige will definitely tell you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let you know.
I'll know when it's out.
Yeah.
And I will go see it in theater.
Well, I haven't seen a movie in theaters in forever, so maybe I'll go for that one.
I know the release date.
AMC 10.
Yeah.
Great movie theater.
Yeah.
It's half a mile from my apartment. Don't stalk me if you're listening to this.
Yeah, I know where you live now.
Do they have
well, I know where you live.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Thank God.
Somewhere.
Don't tell him.
Okay.
All right.
But, it's like a half mile away to the AMC 10. I go down there, and...
All right, let's go see Dracula when it comes out.
I do know the release date. I don't know if you want to know.
What is it?
April of next year.
Fuck.
April? Why the fuck
I probably won't
April?
even live here anymore.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is you can still see that movie somewhere.
That's true.
Yeah. We could we could all phone call from.
We could all Zoom in the theater.
Yeah.
We're like, did you see that?
Yeah.
Why
but they all start
April?
at like different times. So we're like, did you see it? I'm like, I'm almost there. We're getting
That's such like a weird. I guess I think they're shooting it right now.
Okay.
Movies take forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what is the turnaround process for editing for like a whole like a feature film?
They only shoot for like usually a couple months or less, but then it takes forever to edit it, and then I don't even know
edit it
what
and
else.
Promo it and
yeah, advertising.
They probably do like I don't know. Do they do like focus groups for movies? Like do they have people watch it and then they like change it?
Yeah, they
like,
probably do that.
Testing.
Right?
Yeah, right. Do different cuts and then figure out which ones.
How do you get into those groups? That sounds fun.
You live in Hollywood. You live in California.
Fuck. Are you guys ever gonna move to New York or LA? Do the comedy thing?
New York, I think.
Yeah, I would do
LA.
New York.
I'm not. It's either I like.
I'm not that interested in LA. I think I'm hesitant to say this because I don't like to say things before they happen.
Yeah,
and whatever. But roughly a year and a half, I'm looking at Philly.
Philadelphia.
Nice. That's a good move, though. I think
I got a lot of friends and family there. It's insanely cheap.
Yeah,
and
that's smart.
It's very close to New York, and
there's everything on that whole.
Yeah, it feels like you got DC, you got Philly, and you have New York, like all a train ride away.
And then even Boston's not that far away.
Even Boston, well, Boston would be like
it's a little further than New York, right? But it's still in the realm of like
Boston to New York is like 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Like half of my, I don't know if you guys see me at Mike's.
Maybe like 4.
4. If you guys see me at Mike's with my little harem of like male comics, like half of them have moved to New York or are moving
already
to New York. Yeah,
just starting.
Like who?
Yeah, Jack Barth moved to New York.
Jack Barth is funny, man.
He's really good.
That's okay. I knew I fucking saw him somewhere. How long has he been there?
In New York,
Yeah.
I think less than a year. He moved there last summer.
That
I don't know him, so
name is familiar.
I'm not trying to like suck him off, but I like watching funny people.
He's really
good. He was like I thought he had good stuff when I first saw him, and then I saw him at a mic a couple weeks back. I don't know if he was visiting or something.
He was, yeah.
And he opened up the show, and I was like, "Fuck, this is."
Oh,
tight.
He opened the Everett mic.
Queen's
and I went,
mic. Yeah. And that's where I saw him, and I like went up there and I saw him. I was like, "Where the fuck have I seen this guy?"
No, he's like doing it for real. Like he's doing the comedy thing
he's
for
funny.
real. Yeah.
He had like I know he's working on probably new stuff, but it was still like it was.
He's got his like stage presence figured out.
That's a huge one.
Which is fun because he's
I'm not friends with him, and I don't think I've ever seen this guy before.
Yeah, this is the Jack Barth Appreciation Podcast now.
Shout out Jack Barth. I don't know you
Shout
at
out
all.
Jack Barth.
I don't know him at all. I don't think I've ever seen him. I'm looking at him right now.
He was an OG Comedy Club member.
Nice.
Before I was even president, like he graduated.
Oh, so he's been doing it for a bit.
Yeah, he's like a year older than me, and then we only became friends like right before he moved. I went through like an intense breakup last June, and then
Did you get way funnier after?
Yes,
Nice.
I hope so. I think I got way cooler too. So that whole summer I was just like reeling from the breakup, and he would just take me to Mike's like all summer. And
Do you want to say mean things about him on here?
No, he was
fuck
good...
Jack Barth, and you're like, no, the boyfriend. I'm like,
no,
oh,
the boyfriend.
sorry.
Jack was not. No, it was, we started dating super young. Like, I met him when I was 16. We stayed together way too long, like 6 years. And he's a good person. We just weren't compatible. Yeah.
Are you thinking about New York or LA?
I'm thinking about New York.
Like soon or what?
Probably at least a year out. I have to get my shit together first.
Yeah.
Like, a proper career would be nice. Yeah.
What does that mean for you?
I'm trying to break into UX. This is really boring.
It's also like,
UX.
I'm not the career guru, but that holds a lot of people back too when they're like, well, I just got to like get this one thing down.
Yeah.
I got to get these few things.
It's
and,
just, I don't have like a family safety net or anything. So I feel pretty anxious doing the like starving artist thing.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I mean, you're the right. And like, in some ways, like, I wish I had started comedy earlier, but then at other times, like, I'm glad I didn't, but like, sometimes I worry that I'm too old to like move to New York.
I mean, I like adore Maria Bamford, and she started in like her late 40s. Yeah.
What? No,
yeah.
not her late 40s.
No, she's like in her.
There's no
she's
way.
like almost in her. She's in her.
She
50s.
started in her 40s.
No,
she was kicking it in the 90s.
Yeah,
she was doing shit.
But she was still like older. She didn't start when she was like 24.
Oh man.
I don't know, but she's been around for a while.
Sounds like a conspiracy.
I love her though. She's my favorite.
She's one of my.
So
you know? Do you know Jackie Cation?
She was. Did she open for?
Yeah, I first saw Jackie Cation, who is now one of my favorite comedians, and I saw her open for Maria Bamford like 4 or 5 years ago, and she's like her regular opener.
That's awesome. I went to see
But now Jackie Cation just headlined the Upper Left Fest I was just on.
Oh no way!
Yeah, and
that's
so like
awesome.
I got to like I saw her from like an unknown. I was like, I don't know who the fuck this is, and then I was like, this is my favorite comedian, and now like I've met her and like been on a festival with her.
That's such a good feeling. I went to see Maria in Tacoma, I think last.
Yeah. Oh, she's
and
incredible.
I got to meet her, and she's
incredible.
amazing, and she like could tell. I don't know. I think I was wearing my comedy club sweatshirt, and she was like, "Oh, are you a comic?" And then we were like talking, and I was like, "Please adopt me."
That's cool though that she was like, "Are you a comic?" Like she went out of her way to say it.
To my point of what starting late, it's like that part is fine. Like I don't know. But like it's the grind of New York.
Yeah.
To where like I don't know if I have it in me anymore to like sleep 3 hours a night for 6 months to a year. Like I don't know if I could physically do that.
Yeah, I'm honestly trying to figure out my relationship to comedy because I really love it, but I've never committed to it as much as I feel like I need to if I want to make it something. Because
for sure,
I feel like I've gotten really lucky with like opportunities just in the local scene, and I never make anything out of them. Like I show up for my gig and then I disappear for a month, and then I come back and win a competition, and then I disappear for a month.
Did you win a competition?
Yeah, I won Octavia's. It wasn't a big deal.
Oh, is it the Jai Tai one?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big deal. You got $250.
It was a big deal to me.
And you won swag. And you won a thing.
It was a big deal to me. Yeah. But it wasn't like a national competition or anything.
What are we at? Do
we need to wrap this up?
We need to wrap it up in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Do you have a time? How long are your shows usually?
About an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. And we need to get down to...
I have someone... I found out later I got someone staying at my house, so I got to go clean up my fucking house.
Okay. Well,
I would realize that you go earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm going to have
I got to get down to Club Comedy to do the door.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we got time. We got,
cool.
All right, you guys have
5 minutes.
Advice for a young 12-year-old boy trying to make it in the comedy scene?
Yeah, keep coming out. Dress sluttier.
Yeah. Wear a bikini.
Yeah. Find the power players and just like...
Be mean. Honestly, I think like your whole demeanor and everything, like... If you were just meaner to like,
I know I'm really nice.
Yeah,
I need to
if you were just,
being so nice.
but like from your barista experience, like if you just embodied that a little bit more, I think that would really work for you.
I'm like actually not a mean person though.
Right,
like I'm a nice Mormon girl in my heart.
Yeah, it's just an act.
It's an act. Okay.
And people wouldn't
be less of myself.
And people,
but let people find that out later.
But people wouldn't expect it coming from you. You know, that's why
that's true.
It's a bait and switch up front.
Dress sluttier. That's so funny.
So dress sluttier, be meaner. This is very specific advice. Yeah.
Well, you asked, right?
I did. Okay.
Yeah. What did you want?
I'll just be shivering on stage, berating the crowd.
Just keep showing. Just hang.
I know. I need to hang.
Yeah, just
I appreciate you having me on here.
Come out and hang out. No, I mean, you're great. You're hilarious.
Thank you. You guys are funny.
Yeah, I like... You know, you showed up and we're like, who the fuck is this? She's great. Where? Then we're like, where does she go? Like,
and then I know.
I remember seeing you and some of the. That's why, like, you said Jack, and I was like,
yeah, and then, my boy Jack.
What's his name? Levi. I thought it was funny.
Levi's really good.
Yeah, Levi.
And I haven't fucking seen him anywhere.
Right.
Like, I thought he was pretty
comes
funny.
around sporadically.
And Apurv's good too, but he's hard to get out of the house.
I don't know if I know that one.
But if they just
Indian guy.
all of you, it's just like
he's Indian.
say what's
you're
up.
Kidding too.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, that's good. And that's the advice I expected to hear. And I will.
Fuck, man. I don't really have... Whenever someone's like, well, give me advice, I'm like, what do you want me to tell you?
I mean,
you're like my age almost.
You just got to come out. You just got to do it.
It's like the writing it'll get... If you show up and keep doing it, you'll get better.
We're basically neighbors. If you want to ride to my mic on Mondays, like, I'll give you a ride to my mic on Mondays.
Can I do that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Because when you go out a lot, you write more.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't go out, then you don't write, and it's just a cycle.
And you're just, if you're not going, your brain, you stop thinking about it.
I know.
So even if you're not writing, it's like, if you're going to mic, your brain is still like, well, I gotta.
Right.
Even if you're thinking a little bit about it, it's like you're gonna come up with.
I'm gonna go out and bomb more.
Do it.
And do things.
Get to the point where bombing doesn't.
Do you have a car?
No.
Well,
I don't have that kind of money in the city.
That's the thing you got to get. That's the number one advice for.
Well, that's why I'm trying to get a goddamn career.
Yeah.
See, it all just
also just mooch. Just ask people for rides and shit.
If I dress sluttier, it'll be easier.
Yeah. For sure.
Good point.
Or just be that person who just like
I'm like trunk size. Like I'll be like, just put me in the trunk. You won't even know I'm there.
You should just get like one of those like roof rack carriers, like a Thule carrier.
Oh, and I like kind of curl up in it.
You're just like, I can throw a Thule on top. I'll just sit in here.
You guys, I won't even make a peep.
Yeah.
Just please remember to let me out.
Yeah, you won't even know. Just let me out when we get there.
An hour later, you're like, are you sure we're going to a mic right now?
I'm like,
we're going to the middle of the woods?
This feels really quiet out here.
Guys?
Yeah. Okay, this has all been really good advice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're like, I expected this advice, but it's good advice.
Also, start producing something of your own.
That's huge.
Get out there and get a room.
Okay. I'm sorry, you guys are giving me good advice, and I'm like, ugh.
Here's the thing. This will be the last thing I say about producing, because you've produced. You still do the mic. Like, you produce shows. Like, I started producing shows last year, and I did it for like. I had this talk last night with someone where some people will produce shows, and it's more of like a, hey, we're producing. That means like you put me on a show.
Right.
We'll put you on a show. And then I was talking to someone. I was like, well, we started last year because we were not. It was coming out of COVID, and like we weren't good. Like the guys that I produced with, we were like we were still new, like pretty early on, and then we were like, well, we want more stage time, so we were like, I guess we could just go bomb for 15 minutes at a time, and we would just throw ourselves on.
That sounds
like,
nice.
Early on, and then you're just like, cool, and then it like works into something else, but it gives you more stage time than you would get if you didn't. Yeah, it's like even if it seems like a fucking open mic.
I would have so much fun because I put on lots of shows for like the club I did in school, and I loved being on the like planning side of events. So.
If you ever want help, like let me know. I'm down to help.
Yeah, same.
Cool.
You just gotta go find a venue somewhere that
Yeah.
figure it out.
I'm gonna start by going to more mics. I'll go to the Monday mic with you.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. We'll build up.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
I appreciate you guys.
I leave at
Don't tell them.
8:30.
Okay. You want to just say your whole like schedule here on the podcast, and then people can.
Well, everyone's welcome to the mic. You know?
Yeah, everyone's welcome to the mic. So
this is what we do want to plug right now.
I leave my house at about.
And what's the address of your house?
8:15.
Yeah, what's the address? So every night 8:15 to like 10. House is unoccupied.
I live in.
He's got nice guitars.
The Rosemont neighborhood of Seattle.
Really? Wait, is that what this is called?
Not Rosemont, Roosevelt.
Oh, okay.
Roosevelt.
Yeah. Rosemont,
no, it's Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
It's UW adjacent.
It is Greek Road.
And so I leave here about 8:15. I'll drop you off.
He leaves his door unlocked.
I have two doors, and I definitely lock them.
And they're both unlocked. They're both wide open.
Leave at 8:15.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
I'm just saying, if you're here at 8:15, I'll give you a ride.
Yes, I'll show up.
Okay.
That'll be sick.
I'll drop you off at your place.
Awesome.
And yeah. Do you got anything to promote? What's your podcast?
Yes. Okay. Podcast is Strumpet Radio Hour. We're on Spotify. I think
Strumpet?
we're on Strumpet. Yeah, it's like
Strumpet.
It's like trumpet with an S. It's an old school term for a loose woman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Strumpet, trollop, tart.
So you already knew the advice we were gonna.
Yeah. I'm trying to lean into it more.
Just be looser.
Just be looser.
Oh my god.
Loosen up. My Instagram is 8bitbean with the number 8, and
I'll put all of this in the show notes.
Yeah,
also.
put it in the show notes. That's it, really.
8bitbean,
Strumpet Radio Hour. Yeah.
Okay, and you host that with somebody else?
I host that with my good friend Susie Corman. We've been friends since we were 7.
All right.
Does she do stand-up?
No, I don't think she ever will. But she's very funny.
What do you guys talk about?
Mostly just shit on our lives,
nice.
but in a funny way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We just shit post mostly. Like this was
how
more
many
of
monthly
a
listeners do you got?
like 10.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty sick. It's something we do because we
you'll
like
feel
it.
that Rain City jerk bump. We'll get you up to 12.
Yeah, how many? What kind of listeners you guys got?
I got 62 right now.
Damn, that's really
like
good.
consistent listeners.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, nice.
No, it's like 10, and half of those are people
And
who
we
are
love them
related
all.
to us.
I know about
I
know about 10 of them personally, and
I listen pretty regularly.
Okay, thank you. I don't know who's listening. I keep trying to say to contact us, but
it does show you like it shows you stats, and you're like, I don't know who.
We always have someone from like Russia, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure
shout out to you.
I'm pretty sure there's a VPN.
No, it probably is, but I like to think we have a little following in Russia.
See one in Ukraine, and you're like, we're heroes. We're
entertaining the truth.
Are you okay?
Someone's in a bunker, like Rain City jerks.
Hell yeah. And then Reese, you got
the greenhouse effect. It's everywhere. It's not consistent, so if you want to follow it,
we're also not consistent.
And then Reece.Green on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's it though.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks for letting me be Tall J today.
Yeah, this was great.
This is fun.
And if you are listening to this, please like and subscribe and do all the things. Send us a message on Instagram or whatever. We love to hear from you. Thank you for listening.
Go to hellofresh.com/RainCityJerks.
Yeah. AdamandEve.com/RainCityJerks. BlueChew.com/RainCityJerks.
We're all of them.
We're all of it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
This has been a good one. Thanks. Bye.